Hey Horizon, thank you so much for being on Lessons Learned Again.
How you doing?
So, for this episode, I just have a couple questions, especially, we both are walking in the steps of, God. And so, it's especially for this Black History Month, I definitely have questions, especially people that are questionable about God, Jesus, like all that, spirituality. And so I've encountered many people that been trying to find, God and stuff. And there's a lot of people that said that they're the chosen one. But basically, based on their actions, it says otherwise. They kind of do it for themselves. They're not really doing it for other people. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know like how you feel about that. And I don't know if you want to talk about that. If you think people if you think the word chosen ones is kind of fluently now in this life.
I feel like to be honest to me, like everybody's chosen. Everybody's chosen. Like we're all here on Earth. We're all we're all having
Yeah.
experiences. Human experience. So we're all the lucky winners.
Yeah.
Like we're all the chosen ones. Everybody's the chosen one of God because you experienced getting the material experiences. Like you like the material experience is what really grounds you during the spiritual experience. So like being able to have a body, being able to understand nature, being able to make calculations, you feel
Yeah.
me? Like on a logical level, on a processing level, you feel me? Like it's everybody's a chosen in my opinion.
I definitely agree with you. I do. I just feel like I believe that everyone's a chosen one. There's some people they say like what 144,000 people are the chosen ones. I don't necessarily believe that. I believe like what you said, everyone is a chosen one. I just feel like a lot of people they think they're the chosen one and then they want to flex that and then like look down on people. I don't know if you experienced that also.
I mean, me personally, it, my personal rule is do not bother anybody else. Do not interrupt anybody else's karma. Do not interrupt anybody else's dharma, which means karma means their actions and their work and their results, and dharma is their religion. Don't interrupt that. Simply state what you are and then be that, and then you're good. But don't interrupt anybody else. That's
Mm,
my policy. I don't know about anybody else. And like again, like I said, everybody is a chosen. Everybody's a lucky one.
yeah. So what are some signs or some things you think if they want to go into that enlightenment?
And some signs, really, if you're questioning everything around you, if everything around you, like if you feel like you're experiencing ego death, which means like you feel like you went to the afterlife, but really you're still in the physical universe. They call it in Hinduism the
Mm,
Brahman. Um, to the Brahmana. So that means like the physical dimension. So like ego death is like you basically think you already went to the afterlife, but you're still here. And like it's a questioning reality and then experiencing ego death. And then after ego death, you have to rebuild your entire character. You feel me? Like that's really some of the signs. And a lot of people think that means depression, but depression really means you're just tired or something.
mm,
You know? Be depressed. You feel me? I've heard that on video. So
interesting. Yeah. The ego death part is really interesting because the way that I explained it in my other videos is different than yours, but the way that you explained it is very true.
I have to watch that. I think I might have watched it, but I might have to recall recollect.
Yeah, it's fine. Um, So I don't know if you've seen the latest movie, The Matrix. I actually haven't yet, but I was planning on it. But it's basically based off a black woman that made the book, The Matrix. And so basically, my question, especially for Black History Month, do you believe that Black people are African descent um, people are the chosen ones, like you said?
Well, I have a lot of theories about Black origin, Black history, and obviously I'm one single person. I don't
Yeah,
represent the entire Black African diaspora. You feel me?
yeah, of
And there's a
course.
whole lot of diversity within it. To me personally, you feel me? I feel like Black people are the chosen ones because the sun is the source of the creation. And as Black people, we are melanated, you feel me? So like as Black people, we're able to understand the sun's code and we're able to understand the sun's language in a way that really is intuitive, you feel me? So like I feel like Black people are the chosen ones because we have the most experience with the sun. This is the
Mm.
source. This is the source of the earth. You feel me? So really, I feel like what was the previous question you asked?
Like, do you think, because a lot of people are like, oh, Black people are the ones that started everything, Black people are the main chosen ones, which I kind of feel like that's putting down other people, because I believe that in a way, but I don't necessarily believe that all the way, because like you said before, everyone is chosen.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, like, what are your opinions about people saying, oh, Black people are definitely the chosen ones, like every single Black person. And yeah.
I believe Black people are the chosen ones of the sun because Black people have the most experience with the sun, which I believe is the source
Mhm.
of creation. And I think any Black person would agree the sun is the source of creation, even if they don't talk about it. You feel me?
Right, right. Why do you think some Black people, I don't know how to really ask this question, but how do you think some Black people don't see that they're the chosen ones, don't see that yet? You know, like, for instance, like a lot of other Black people fight with other Black people. We have the Black on Black crime and stuff. So, but once you're, in this path, you realize that everyone is your brother and sister. So, why do you think like some Black people don't see that?
Just because of any other race see something. You feel me? Like it's not just Black people, but Black people are getting it the worst because we're the ones who got out of slavery. So it's a lot of animosity and it's a lot of anonymity, you feel me? And it's a lot of jealousy and it's a lot of rage because we were able to do the right thing and get our own, part of life, you feel me?
Yeah.
But it's happening to every race. It's misinformation, miseducation, redirection, and then destruction.
And also generational curses. We have that generational curse.
Lots of trauma, lots of trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how would someone, like, what are some things that you could tell people, like wisdom, like should they read books? How do they get information for them to be on this path? Like, what are some things you recommend?
Really just study your history, study whatever particular culture you're from, and it will give you the answers. Study whatever religion, study whatever religion you need to study, and really just be yourself. Be yourself first and foremost. Understand yourself. Understand your being. Understand where do you come from when you ties in with the culture thing, and really just be genuine. Be genuine. Be genuine. Be genuine. You will
Right.
find all them.
Does that the same thing go with trying to be connected more to God?
Yeah. Being connected with God, being genuine, because God is the source of things. Being genuinity. You feel me? God is the source of everything that is true. Everything that's true.
Yeah, for sure. So I know in the past you've been on my podcast talking about your music and everything. So I actually, because of Black History, I just wanted to ask, did you have any challenges you getting to follow your dreams?
Um, most challenges was myself, just due to miseducation. You feel me? Just due to, really just due to misinformation and due to the like again I said earlier in the previous context, just all the bad shit that's always been taught to us. You feel me? And really, just as a people, as Black people, as whatever race you are, you feel me? They have all types of redirection because they don't want people in general to understand their own identity. You feel me? And
Right.
for me, that was really the biggest problem, was understanding what is my identity and what am I doing? What is my purpose? Why am I doing this? And really, once you find out the answers to all those questions, you get the credibility, you get the logic, and you get to move forward in life, and you get to make something better. You get to make better foundations. You get everything you need to just keep going forward. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think, well, in this earthly realm, do you think it's harder for Black people to make it in the entertainment field?
It's going to be easier than ever. It's just continuing to be easier and easier and easier as anything I
That
find.
is true,
Because
especially now.
it's the creation is infinite. You feel me? So like Black people, especially, you feel me? Like just because all the trauma we've been through, just as a diaspora, country to country to country to country, all the trauma that has been experienced, we needed some creativity to get out of that. We needed some creativity to change and reimagine our world. You feel me?
Right, right. Do you think all music is kind of influenced by African music, by Black music,
It's all
Black
originated from it.
culture?
All originated from it. It's all originated from it.
Yeah.
Everything's originated from it in
Hmm.
some way, shape, form, or fashion.
So I just have a couple questions. And so do you have any last words of wisdom to tell people, like to the listeners, about like African culture, Black culture?
Um, it's constantly evolving. It'll never stop evolving. It'll never
Yeah.
be one singular thing. It'll just continue to be multiple and more and more and more and more. Because that's how the universe works. And most Black people, you can't really mash Black people together. You feel me? Because it's all different types of Black people.
Right.
Black people in general are super diverse. Africa in and itself, before it was colonized, before it was enslaved, before all that stupid shit happened, you feel me? It was already diverse and became
Hmm.
even more diverse. So really, it's all about creating something that has foundation and something that's gonna build something new and something that gives you a brighter vision,
Mm.
something that really brings you closer to God.
Oh, here's another question. So the music that we're listening to in the background, how did you create that? Like, how did you get that going? Because I know you have other EPs and all that.
Mhm. Me personally, I'm a Hinduist, so like I pray a lot to Krishna. I've been praying to Kalki because that's a prophecy within Hinduism. I won't get too deep into it because I'm not going to push my spiritual belief. Because again, African culture, African origins, diverse. It's a whole bunch of different religions. You can't just put
There's
one
so
religion
many.
in it. So especially before colonization, like
Yeah.
uh, yeah. So really, me personally, my the origin of my music, the energy I get from it is because I pray to Krishna and I pray to Kalki, and that really ties in together with the fact that it's mantras. You feel me? And so like I see my music as like mantras. You feel me? I tried to tie in with the Vedas. I don't know if you ever heard of the Vedas. I don't know if anybody at home has ever heard of the Vedas. Please look it up. It's very important. For me personally, I feel like the Vedas is gonna free Black people as an entirety. If every single Black person reading the Vedas, but that's me personally. So for real, I get my inspiration all due to religion and spirituality. I practice just on my downtime and my regular, stuff.
Wow. That's so nice.
So I really see this part.
Yeah. So I guess my last question is, what is a lesson or lessons that you could tell everyone in terms of music?
Start something new. Always start something new. Because God is infinite and God is multifaceted. And you can realize that you are one of the facets.
Mm. What if they're scared to start something new?
The fear is basically you displaying your problems. You plot your problems there, and then you figure out how to create solutions. And once you create the solutions, that's about you.
Don't live in fear. So, well, thank you so much. It means so much to me that you were on, especially for Black History Month. And thank you.